Watch out for the swarms. Ants, fish, even termites. They all move and work together, like they have one mind. There's a method to the madness here. It's called swarm behavior, and now we're using it for robots. I'm Danny Washington, marine conservationist, biologist, and thrill seeker. And this week, discover how science copies the animal kingdom to create swarms of robots. Because nature knows best. Hi, I'm Danny Washington, and welcome to Nature Knows Best. One of the easiest ways for you and I to communicate, well, is obviously talking. Or I could write you a note. Nature doesn't really have this luxury. Sure, some animals can use vocal signals and others can gesture to one another. But most rely on other signals that humans can barely perceive. Thanks to these signals, animals cooperate. They swim together in schools, they fly together in flocks, and they collect food and materials together for the nest. When a bunch of animals act together as a group, this is called swarm behavior.
The collection moves or behaves in some way without a leader, without any centralized coordination, and yet from the outside it appears that there is actually coordination and intentional communication.
Well, what creatures do in the animal world, machines are doing in science labs. All these robots work as a swarm. Researchers have created these machines that mimic the swarming behavior of animals.
We're trying to figure out how it is that natural swarms do the kinds of things they do and how to use those kinds of ideas in artificial swarms.
These are bionic ants. They were created by the Festo Corporation. Just like real ants, these robot ants work together as a swarm to move objects.
We were looking at the collective behavior that we see in nature. Several ants working together to accomplish a very complicated task that could never be accomplished by just one ant.
Many ants all doing one task together. In this robotic swarm, there is no boss ant. Each bionic ant decides on its own if it should pull or push. As a group, they communicate through Wi-Fi to move the object to its destination.
The bionic ants have cameras in their eyes, and then on the bottom is laser technology, much like you use in a computer mouse. So this tracking system allows them to know exactly where they are, what they're doing, and communicate the next step. We were able to create these mechanical ants that work together, truly collaborate with each other, and each ant knows exactly what to do and how it works together with the other ants.
Festo hopes to take the way these robots communicate and use it in machines and factories.
We believe that just like these ants are able to communicate and work together, machines should be able to work together and communicate. And so that's what we're looking at. These future concepts we know will be found in machines and in our technology. It's just a matter of time.
These are robots designed to work together as a swarm, just like we would often find in nature.
Nature is really good at things. Nature's had a long time to get things right and to come up with solutions that work in a lot of situations that we might not have thought of as quickly on our own. So we look to nature, we're inspired by it, and it winds up often being more effective, more productive than trying to come up with something by ourselves from scratch.
If you look at the factory, everything is about movement, gripping, mixing, measuring. All these tasks are performed in nature by animals every day. but nature has perfected it over millions of years through evolution. Animals are perfectly adapted to their environment, and everything is about energy efficiency. So since all these tasks are already perfected, there's a lot we can learn from nature so we can improve our technology.
Humans may bring the technology, but once again, in the end, nature knows best. I'm Danny Washington, and until next time, get outside and start your own adventure.